Hey everybody, it's Chad and
Niecy.
it's the Niecy&Chad show where we talk about couples getting married who don't know each other. They don't meet until the day they're getting married.
This is season 12 of Married at First Sight. Yes.
It's a lifetime show, and we've been talking about all the couples. So far, we've been through Brianna and Vincent, Virginia and Eric, and now we're about to talk about
Paige and Chris.
Wow.
Now, you know what? So Paige seems like a sweet girl.
Yep.
I think she really wants to be married,
She does.
and wanting it is like having the right concept of what marriage is and wanting that. Because some people want to get married, but they don't really know or understand what marriage is. They just think, oh, I get married, so I get a partner for the rest of my life, and that's part of it, but that's not all of it.
Right.
But Paige seems to want to be a wife. She wants to do that biblical thing. She thinks it's her destiny, and I think that's a good start. You know.
So do I, and she wants to be married in the biblical sense of it, and that's what makes it a good thing because she is saved. Oh, she is.
She went so far as to use the dreaded S word. She actually wants to be submissive.
Dun dun dun.
And let me tell you something. She scared those other girls with that word.
Yeah, she did.
Okay, but you know what? It's not a dirty word. It's not a bad word. I think the problem is one of those words that we as a society have sort of mislabeled. It's become, we've really, for all intents and purposes, kind of perverted the real meaning of it.
We have.
And the truth of the matter is, we always talk about wives submit to your husbands. But the Bible actually says, in another place, to submit to one another. And so it's not just, and submission doesn't mean doormat, which is what a lot of people think it means. I don't believe there's any chance of Paige being anyone's doormat.
Yeah, I don't think so.
So, but I do think Paige, for the most part, has her head on straight. I think that her concept of marriage seems to be a lot in line with her future husband's concept of marriage. So she wants a family. And she's a go-getter.
Yep.
Yeah, she's she wants somebody who's got some hustle to them because she's got some. So she's already selling real estate.
Yep.
She has already bought a home that she's renting out.
Right.
And she wants someone who has that same business mind. She can't wait to be the Bonnie to his Clyde. So I think that, she is definitely in the right frame of mind, I think, to be a good wife.
Yeah, and because she's actually in business, she understands. Because I think a lot of us, when we think about business, we all want to be business folk. We think we do, but we don't know what really happens in it. And I think both of them have a good understanding of that, and which paves the way for being great at that.
Because there's certainly a lot more to it than just having a great idea.
Yeah. Way more.
Yeah, we found that out the hard way.
Yeah.
So Paige, we think, is a good selection. And for the most part, I think that her mate, Chris, also has a lot to offer and could be a good selection. But, Chris is a little different. I don't know. What you think?
He is a little self-centered, I think. But look, so he's a guy, first of all, he's a former minister.
Okay.
And he's young. So he, like many of us coming up, was mama's little preacher. She'd put you up there on the stand and have you preach. But I know the feeling, brother.
Right, been there, done that.
Oh yeah. But what happens is, when you accomplish some things, it's hard not to talk about them because you understand the stuff you had to go through to accomplish them. And he likes to talk about it.
He likes to talk about himself. He is very self-impressed.
Yep. He loves it. I don't think there's a group that he's been in or a segment that we've seen on the show when they were featuring him where he didn't remind folk that he is successful and wealthy.
You know what he does? He likes to, he says that one of his concerns is that he doesn't want someone who just wants him for his money. And that previous relationships have, that's been an issue, that women just want him for his money. And my question for Chris is, Baby, how they know what you got?
Right.
How they know what you got?
You must have told them.
You're telling them, you're flashing it around,
Yep.
you're trying to impress people, and then you get mad because they're impressed.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So in our overall look at Married at First Sight, season 12, I mentioned that there was an issue or an incident with a blow-up doll.
Right.
So let's go ahead and get that out of the way. So the show gives all the men and all the ladies separate bachelor and bachelorette parties. Mm-hmm. Well, on his party, on the men's party, he showed up late, a little bit late, but I think he wanted to be fashionably late.
Make an entrance.
Right, and he made his entrance with a blow-up doll.
Child. Now, okay, so here's the thing. When the blow-up doll first showed up,
right.
You know, these days you think blow-up doll and
the guy's got it.
Yeah, there's no good connotations for it.
Right.
And so at first I was like, what in the world is this man doing? But I have to say, once he got there, you know, this party I'd like to know who planned the party. That's what I want to know. So there were strippers involved. They were in cages. Not the cutest women,
right.
But there were strippers involved. And Chris made a point of saying, listen, I'm not dealing with any women tonight. This is the night before my wedding, and I am not going to let my wife see me engaging in conversations or interacting in any way with an actual woman that is not her. Therefore, I brought this doll, and I'm going to dance with this doll. And you know what? When you put it in that perspective, I said, okay, Chris, I feel you. I feel you. Yeah, I mean, it was a little strange, but at the same time, you know what? It was certainly better than Vincent hanging out a little too long. We forgot about that. Vincent hung out a little too long at those stripper cages. He even knew the girl's name. Well, he thinks her name is Candy anyway. Right. Yeah, he doesn't need that information. No. Okay.
Chris also showed some thought. He thought about this, and you know, when you spend some time thinking about your spouse and what your spouse likes and what would be respectful to them, you know, that's a good thing. That's
absolutely a good thing. And so Chris, again, come from a Christian background, so he and Paige have that in common. And I think they have very similar concepts of what a marriage should look like based on their faith and based on their, church background. Chris also is a business person, an entrepreneur,
restaurant owner.
And he has made sacrifices to get to where he is. And you're right. I think that makes him, you know, maybe a little extra proud that he's overcome some things to get to where he is. Well,
he mentioned too that not in the not so distant past, he was actually homeless.
Right.
And he spent some time living in his car so that he could afford to pay to get a higher education. That is commitment right there.
Absolutely.
And it's also discipline. So hopefully he won't let the whole I'm Chris and I make a lot of money. Hopefully he won't let that.
Absolutely.
And if he uses the same thoughtfulness in his marriage as he used with the blow-up doll and bringing that and the reasons why, they should be fine.
I agree. Yeah. I agree. So he's definitely got a lot to offer. I think that he's going to need a strong woman to remind him when he gets to floating a little high to just, you know, grab those ankles and bring them back down to earth. And I think if he's willing to allow her to do that, he and Paige can definitely do well together.
Well, she grabs his ankles and he's not wearing any socks because he doesn't like to wear socks. So. I'm just kidding.
Maybe she should put some lotion on her hands first, you know? Make sure she get them ankles. Yeah. But anyway.
So yeah, we think, you know.
I think they can do well.
They've got a good shot, and I wish and pray them as well as all the couples well.
Absolutely. So come back because we still got one more couple, two more couples.
One more. Nope, two more.
Two more couples.
So we got Haley and Jacob and Clara and Ryan on deck.
All right, so like, share, subscribe, comment. Please comment. We want to hear what you think, and we want to see you back for the next video.
Peace.
Peace.